Hello all, and welcome to Depths of Fear, Knosses. So let's dive in with a new game. This is just an introduction to you about the mythology behind the Minotaur. So you take on the role of Theseus. Your job is to enter the maze and eventually kill the Minotaur. It's just a little tutorial bit. Shift to sprint, control to crouch, WASD to move, and of course space to slam dive. So first thing is when you enter the pool, this is one of the first bugs you might encounter. As soon as you hit E to dismiss it, spam your spacebar and move forward as fast as you can and you should get out. But not always. If you do get stuck in there, just hit escape, return to the main chamber, it will bring you here. But unfortunately you won't have much gold to collect. So I would suggest you do collect some gold before you go in, and we'll talk to that and why in just a minute. So F for your torch, right click to light things. So here's the basic premise of the game. Each of these are different mythological creatures of the Greek period. It's a Medusa, a centaur, Cerberus, that's Cerberus the three-headed dog, not Cerberus the aardvark. And there just tells you the same thing. That just tells you if you look to the sunlight above, it will take you where you need to go. You don't actually need to fight the bosses in order. They are open if you want to go looking around. But I suggest it's best to follow where the light goes, because you can see this is dark and dingy as hell. And knowledge books. Reading a book gives knowledge. Rare books are collected and stored in your library. Knowledge points are also used later on in the game, so we shall have a look at that in a minute as well. Also worth noticing, your options are set in-game. So first thing I'm going to do is turn off that awful film grain filter. And this is set on the highest quality already. You also have fully rewindable controls, which is always good. So, let's get on. Let's collect a bit more gold. So there's your knowledge books. Knowledge books are used to give you knowledge points. And we'll hopefully be able to show you them in use in a little while. Oh, good show. 3 bits of gold, that's enough for the Spiked Club. This here, once you defeat your first boss, this opens up. It's like an endless dungeon mode. Which, of course, you will get all the different bosses in there. So you will want to collect a few weapons. Any weapons you buy appear here in your armoury. So let's buy something to begin off with. And I shall get the Spiked Club. There are different boss types, various centaurs. I think the centaur needs the trident to be defeated. They each have a particular boss they're good against. But you will get given them in-game itself. Because the game follows a very sort of set format. In that you have to go through each labyrinth, down 3 levels of each labyrinth, which get progressively harder. So here's the satyr, and there's a boss fight at the end when you have to kill the satyr. Or satyr, I'm not sure quite how you pronounce it. So yes, Theseus, the satyr, guards this section of the labyrinth. He's far too powerful for you to face in combat. Use darkness to your advantage if seen. Put out your torch and hide. Ariadne. So yes, each level gets progressively harder, and each level is completely randomly generated each playthrough. See, I can hear him over there. So depending on how the level generates, as long as you're in the darkness, he shouldn't generally see you if you have your torch off. As I say, there's also traps. Sometimes there'll be weapons to pick up. Some of those vases have food to heal you. If you crouch, you stay super hidden. Well, you say it's just saying that. Let's try and find another dark area over here. So he also summons who seem to be able to find you regardless of whether you're stealthed or not. Because there's also mob enemies around here, such as these ants. So And that's why I say, even though it suggests you might be a stealth element, there is of sorts. But you will still have to often fight these little mob things, so you really don't want to be going in there without a weapon. Right. So there's various things to find. Obviously there's the knowledge books, which give you the knowledge points. I mean, you could light these torches, but that would make it even harder to hide from the enemies, so you probably don't want to do that. Ah, here we go, there's a shrine. So you exchange knowledge points and you can gain CE. That gives us shock. That's just like a little boost of power. So right, here we go. Each level has a key and a gate on it somewhere, so you find the key, open the gate, go to the next level. And so on top of all the various traps, you can also sometimes find weapons laying around as well, but you don't get to keep those, only the ones that you buy can you keep. And there's a trap. Oh good, that looks like the exit over there. And that looks like there's an ant's nest in front of it as well, so you see you definitely would need to have a chance of completing this level here. Ah, is he trapped again? Sometimes they get trapped on the gates. No, I think he's gone again. So yes, unfortunately this game does have a few bugs, as well as you've probably noticed, the graphics aren't exactly superbly high quality, but it is a genuine indie game rather than some Unity asset flip. And so we're there. This is level 1 complete. However, this is also part of the roguelike pretensions of this game. You can, of course, return to the main chamber where we started from at any time. But even if you go down to the 3rd level, when you come back, you'll still have to start once again at level 1, go to level 2, to level 3, and then finally the boss battle at the end. So yes, the game is not without its issues. It's a fair number of little bugs and glitches, especially sometimes when it comes to jumping. There's sometimes when you'll get caught on the... It's easy to get caught on the graphics, forcing you back to the chamber. Because now as the levels get on a bit deeper and a bit harder, didn't really want to eat that. Right, so there's the exit. We just need to find the key. You'll get little key rooms. The key rooms themselves are little puzzles, some of which involve jumping. As I've said, you sometimes get stuck on the graphics. I might just take these out as soon as I can. Oh, come on, that was a clean shot. Obviously this club is a bit of a slow weapon. Oh, also worth noting, if you get... Some traps will set you on fire. If you get set on fire, your wooden weapons, such as clubs, will get burned. So it can be quite hard and challenging in places. As you see, sometimes the AI can get a little bit wacky. He's over there somewhere. Let's zip over this way, see if it's... That's a trap. So you have to sort of... Oh dear, right. You can actually kill him, no matter what the thing says, but he'll respawn again. So let's try and get in here. So they're likely to find me this time. No, he's actually lost track of me now. So yes, this game is not without its issues. It's definitely what you would describe as a rough gem. He's definitely shooting off down there, as you see, because he calls some reinforcements. Oh, really? Come back again. Let's see if I can. Just kind of going on guesswork here. Right, now he seems to have lost me again. Ah, that looks like the key room over there. So if he pushes off down there. Yeah, that's a key room. some of these will also require combat, so that's why you definitely need a weapon before entering. And here's what I'm talking about, jumping ones. You have to kind of time your jump to get just before the edge, not too late. But you can jam on the graphics, which forces us will force you all the way back to the main room. Some of your playtime will be just restarting. There's some gold down there, but yeah, not interested. I'd rather just get out and not have to restart the level because of a gimpy jump system. Now there's what I say, there's some of the weapons that you can sometimes find hanging around. And the gladius will actually be able to pretty much spank that satyr quite easily. So now we just need to make our way back to the... Let's go this way. See if there's anything else to collect. But yeah, you don't actually get to keep it. It's only temporary for this. Yeah, if you do kill the satyr during this bit, he will just respawn in. So because there's the traps and things laying around as well, it's quite easy when you try to creep around in the darkness to avoid the satyr, you'll take damage that way. If you die during a level, obviously all the gold and stuff you've collected, you also lose that. So yes, definitely rough gem. And the third level will be even harder because there will also be a minotaur walking around on the third level, as you'll see very shortly. Out the way. So yes, okey-dokey. And eventually we'll get to the boss battle, or hopefully. How much gold have we collected so far? 8. What was the Gladys thing? That was... Yeah, I really want 16. Because swords and that don't burn. See, here's it. Oh, there we go. Yes, sometimes you get little glitches like that where it dumped it straight underneath the... So yes, this is Depths of Fear, Knosses. Yes, the graphics are fairly ugly. Yes, it has a few issues with bugs and glitches. But if you don't mind a challenging game, it's got a lot of content. So you've got the different bosses to fight, which each require their own weapon. You've got the endless dungeon mode. It's set, with the Greek mythology, makes it quite a novel and interesting change. So yeah, as long as you can be a bit forgiving to rough around the edges, I've certainly got my money's worth out of it. I've enjoyed it. It's less than £5, so it's not at all an expensive game. It's an actual genuine indie game, not a Unity asset flip, which is always a plus point on Steam these days. So I think we'll conclude our dealings there, gang. Shadows of Knossos. Definitely rough around the edges. A few more licks of polish would have been beautiful for this one. But overall, if you don't mind a challenging game and you're a bit more forgiving, then you probably might get some enjoyment out of this. So no real. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video useful in some way. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, let me know you're alive. I shall see you all next time. Bye now.